Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Not Your Professional Walkthroughs channel with me, your host, Max. This time, we're going to be taking a look at another game in early access. This one, compared to Flotsam, is a little bit newer, so no 5 years in early access. And we're going to be specifically taking a look at Pioneers of Pagonia, which, to me, resembles quite a lot of the Settlers franchise, and I actually never really experienced Settlers in that much of a depth. I do have one game which I used to have, well, I still have it from the Settlers franchise. And the fun thing is that you can no longer find this game on the actual Steam, and I'm trying to just look through. Yeah, so it was The Settlers: Rise of an Empire. I loved that game, but unfortunately it doesn't really run that amazingly well on the 64-bit system, so I'm not really sure. But anyhow, Settlers is basically a franchise which is long-standing. I think there's supposed to be like even a new title. So having someone try to take a same crack at the similar concept, which is that you build a town within a specifically selected portion of some land and try to provide all the necessities, build up supply chains, and just make your people happy, while also possibly fighting some monsters, sounds like a reasonable thing. Also, I have to admit that lately I have had almost no energy or time to do just about anything for the channel. So despite the fact that I know that the V-Rising has been released for the 1.0 patch already, and you can get like achievements, there's Dracula, you can get the Castlevania DLC pack, or what is it? I didn't have any energy to start working on it. I'm so sorry. But anyhow, I'm hoping that at least this will do it in the meantime. And as these are gonna be my first impressions as well, who knows? Maybe I will end up refunding the game and never touch it again. So who knows? So we're gonna jump into a new game, and I think I would want to see some bandits and stuff. The honestly peaceful guidance map, I kind of feel like I would be missing out on some stuff. So we're gonna go with some combat, so maybe I will even be defeated and have this sort of urge to try again and try to do much better. So let's try it and see if I know just enough stuff in order to do just about anything. So the first thing which kind of strikes me is that it bears the similarity to other titles like Northgard, where you have like a claimed region, and of course this is the region which you have to manage. You have diggers, builders, you have carriers of goods, you have some guards and even soldiers, and it shows you all sorts of supplies, and all of these you're gonna of course have to manage. So I think I'm doing all the controls with the camera, so that should be a-okay. I'm kind of glad that it's actually even WASD that can control the map. So now, what in the world do I need to do? Do I need to build like a centralized building, or garrison, sawmill, forester? Well, there's like a potential for a woodcutter. We do have like a rich forest over here. The thing is, though, I do not know if, for example, the raspberries and the mushrooms, which I see here, along with the rabbits, are only accessible to us while the forest is still there. Because usually these games tend to punish you, and if you deforest an entire region, the whole fauna and flora, which was also included, is gonna be gone. So food production, preparation of meals, mining, processing, equipment, storage and trade, and I have I have zero, honestly, idea. What is like the first building that I should be trying to accommodate? Where do I see these other classes of population? Builder unable. Befriend all factions. Build explorer's hut. Build guard towers. Build woodcutting hut. Build a quarry. Build a sawmill. Build a stone mason. Okay, so I'm gonna assume that these resources further out there are actually the resources which they are talking about. So what would be nice is trying to maybe build an explorer's hut along with a guard post. Somewhere along these lines, and we now have to connect the road to this. Otherwise, our resource carriers are gonna be not able to deliver the goods from the ship onto the land. This is quite a pretty looking ship. I'm just kind of surprised that they're actually keeping all these things on like the top deck. Usually the cargo holds were in like the middle or somewhere lower, because if you keep resources on top, you're exposing them to the elements, which is either too much heat from the sun, rain, or moisture, or dry air, or just whatever weather condition there might be. So I would definitely not keep especially food and stuff outside. So since we're focusing our attention currently over here, as I assume that this is copper and there's stone, which will fit some of those resource gathering quests or objectives that are assigned here, we're gonna have to start and look for some potential warehouse, a treasury, a traders camp. Residents of traders, they will go and wait for a new task. Trading post, toolsmith, wood workshop, weaponsmith. You know, I'm kind of looking for what might be, like, for example, housing. Because, okay, so cottage. Up to 10 carriers living here may reproduce after comfort meals are consumed at a tavern or residence. Up to 25 carriers. Provisioner. Provisioner produces rations for explorers as a backup food for miners. Market fountain, so market stall, a tavern table. Ooh. So we have population and meals. The question is, if I should be building out some sort of housing over here. I don't really see something which would resemble like a fortification. I do see like farmland. So all of this will be important, but I'm not really sure at what... Can I speed this up a little bit? It's just, whoa, 5 times? Isn't there like maybe twice? I think that 5 times is just too fast. And the problem is that usually in these types of games, if you're used to one speed and you screw up, then what can actually end up happening is that you get so far beyond that point that you no longer can rely upon like a save file or something to get you to some point, so you don't have to backtrack tremendously. But the fun thing is that since these trees are beyond these lines, I'm not really sure what these little things are, but I think I see them literally here on board. So they like highlighted the borders of the region which we do control. A guard tower and a... Okay, so the explorer's hut is still being constructed. So What would be nice is to build probably a forester along with a woodcutter. Preferably somewhere next to one another. So the forester can make it over here. Well, I would probably put the woodcutter in here so that he has access to more trees. And we can try to accommodate then the sawmill next to it by this path. At least we're going to be able to test out the feature of how the grids are set up. Because certain games which I used to play back in the day, which rely upon you building up the town and everything, the one big issue which they do tend to have is that if you utilize class such as a construction carrier, what can end up happening is that you can have woodcutting hut here, you can have sawmill here, but what the carrier will actually do is take the wooden log from the woodcutting hut, go bring it to like the warehouse or something, and then another person has to bring it to the lumber camp or to the sawmill. So this is something which I would definitely love to see. They will go here waiting for a new task. Stone. I'm actually kind of impressed that they are trying to make me like figure stuff out. Not giving me that many tips. Ooh, interesting stuff is that they're like building out the actual border of this. I'm not sure if that's done by the guard post. It certainly seems like the guards themselves are just expanding the territory. So that is interesting. I'm also kind of considering if I can turn this into like some sort of housing area, because I'm not really sure if the agriculture, so the farmland, can be only squeezed. Yeah, like you cannot squeeze it onto the sandy shore. A windmill, a bakery, a well. So water is gonna be important. The question is if it's gonna be important for agriculture or as some sort of a need for the people that you manage. I also have to keep an eye out on these resources. This would fit in perfectly, and I would like to make some sort of housing district. So if I ought to go like so and like this, would this allow me to then make some sort of grid pattern for the actual cottages? I'm trying to like build some sort of system to this. It's not going to be the prettiest thing in the world, of course. So far, the controls are quite responsive, so that's nice. I'm not really sure how much housing do I need to put up. A fishing hut. Okay, do I need to have like a dedicated spot by the water? So it just seems like the fisherman is just gonna approach the body of water and just like do his thing, so that's awesome. So technically speaking, I can try to like build this out through here. See if we can accommodate that requirement. Well workers collect water to supply farms, forester, and bakery. Okay, so forester actually does require a well. So we can build the first well over there. Okay, and now we already are close enough to control the supply of this. So the quarry can be actually constructed in this region. The question is if the actual quarry workers are gonna be capable of going even beyond the controlled territory. So I can accommodate the quarry as such. This is interesting, like almost as if some sort of swamp or like clay or something. A different type of porcini mushroom, okay. I do wonder if I need to go into the food and a hunting lodge. So rabbit meat, boar meat, deer meat, and leather. That's all included. So we have quite a large rabbit population. I'm trying to see if there is actually a forager. Yeah. So raspberry, porcini, firewood, and flax even. Okay, how do I identify? Ooh, so this is flax. Interesting. So that would be of an interest for me to cram this over here. And I think I would need to expand the road. In order to accommodate some sort of hunter. So I think this would do quite nicely. Question is how effective is gonna be this forager? And what is this? Do I have like a point where I actually... Ooh, so I can relocate the focus point. So now the guy is actually going to change the location where he focuses his attention. Interesting. So I can have one person focus on the flax while another focuses on something else. I would probably definitely relocate the focus over here so that this area remains covered in woods, so we don't lose the raspberries, the porcinis, the... Is it just the porcinis, or are there other mushrooms as well? Like, this is a very well supplied forest overall. But I have no clue how, honestly, this works. And I don't see some sort of like fish concentration, so for me this is just experimenting right now. A provisioner produces rations, a tavern. We can build this as some sort of central hub of the city. A mini map controls. Ooh, so there is like a different population in here. Okay, interesting. Wow, we have like really expanded in this direction. I'm assuming it's all because of the guard post. So if I would want to claim even like these locations, because this is quite rich in mineral deposits, probably building out another one is a good idea. The question is, where should I try to build the next one in order to claim the most territory? So this is the explorer, so he is walking around, and you fellas, are you like collecting stuff? Because I don't see you really like doing anything. Is that because I am missing something? Do I need to construct the warehouse for the supplies? construction camp, a stone mill, a stone mason. The thing is, right now I have absolutely zero idea how much food do I need to provide to the population. Copper hut, a coal hut, iron hut, a silver hut, a smelting works. The thing is, there's copper, so I will need that. I don't really see silver at this point. I'm gonna assume that has like a specific look to it. I really think that the second guard post somewhere around here would be nice though, but a weaving shed, so we can get what? Cloth and rope, a tailor workshop, so we can get light armor, padded armor, a backpack, and then there's a mint. So silver coins and copper coins seem to be the currency, but currently not exactly sure where is the finance, and I would assume also that in order for me to maintain the forces, there usually is some sort of tax system applied, so that means that if you have units, they will actually need to be paid. I really don't know if I should just go out and build another tower in here to claim this region. It definitely is rich in resources and minerals, so having your smelter workshop and stuff of such nature in that location seems like a good spot to do it. That's the thing. The one thing which I'm not sure about is whether there's like a specific flow of construction which I should follow, or if I just can build all willy-nilly and fill up the locations with God knows what the specific builds, layouts, whatever I have in my mind in order to do this or accommodate for it. I just don't think this fisherman is doing jack squat, so I'm gonna actually assume that there really needs to be... Aha! So these guys have fish. Bastards. They have a coal hut here? That's so weird. I unfortunately do not see any fish in here, so now I'm thinking, how do I demolish the building? How do I demolish the... I can actually keep this in order to maintain the housing. I think I need more houses. And what, you know what, if I can, I would assume that something like these market stalls would be an important thing to have accessible. To the population. So trying to stick to like some sort of grid pattern. Not really sure how many do I need though, so maybe this is overkill. And instead what I can do is provide them with the market fountain. And tavern table? Do I need those? Why would you have a tavern table outside of the tavern? They're claiming this last bit. How far are these guys gonna push this? It's just that I'm confused that they're trying to reach their border. And they're not going for this location, for example. I'm not sure if I'm doing things correctly or not. It's kind of weird. I'm not getting some sort of like feedback or something. Build tavern tables, 4 of them. Build a guild hall. Okay, so if I want the tavern tables, why would they be outside? For Christ's sake. That's just such a weird choice. I had to extend the road. I can accommodate these 4. Build a vegetable farm, build farmland, and build provisioner. Enemy camp has been spotted. Okay. So what does that mean for me? Veteran bandits. Still have not discovered any silver. I'm thinking the farmable land can be placed somewhere around these parts. A crop farm, a vegetable farm, pumpkin and cabbage. Or we can do corn, flax, and wheat. Am I getting actually processed stone? Cut stone. The only thing which I seem to have right now is quarry, correct? So do I need stonemason? Wow, this actually occupies a crap ton of space. This would kill a lot of the flax. So I'll try to build this like so. And I'm not really sure how much of this farmable land can one farm manage. This is not good. I would really appreciate some sort of blueprint option or functionality. Is it possible for me to select multiple structures at the same time and decommission them? I'm not really sure how much of the land can be processed by one building, so that's why I'm so hesitant to build it out like total crazy and then have just nothing to work with at the end. Yeah, the problem is that there's the sand, and that's already like affecting. Yeah, I think this will not just work here. So like 6 tiles for a farm? Not sure. I mean, technically speaking, I could still cram in some farmland over here. But you can see that we are kind of in this sort of bottleneck. So if I can build some sort of warehouse or something elsewhere so that the supplies are actually carried off the ship. Garrison, the military camp. I'm not sure which one is better for me, honestly. The crop farm has a more complicated supply chain because I'm going to require a windmill, for which I do not have cement or wooden cogwheel. So how the hell do I get cement? Oh, so I even need to manufacture the actual the border stone. That's what they are referred to. Guild Hall, which is something that they do want. Adventurers Guild, Military Academy, Artisan Blacksmith, Wood Workshop, a Guild Hall. I do need a Guild Hall. I need more market stalls, apparently. So if I can accommodate those. Unfortunately, the market fountain is too freaking large. I'm not really crazy about this location here. And putting it over here. If I would build this thing elsewhere, I'm able to therefore have the 6, like so, build the well like so, and therefore the well should be able to supply all the buildings here. Where do I see like these additional resources such as flax? Have I gathered any of it? I'm not sure how my food situation is, because right now what I see is that we have raspberries and porcinis. We're starting to run low on rations. There is provisioner, which we do need. So according to this, we still need few things. Farmland, we need a lot more of it, but I just... I don't know. I'm not gonna be really able to squeeze in that much of it. It doesn't look also that pretty to have it like this. I would rather have like some dedicated space for it. But okay. I don't have specific control over what grows where. At least I don't have to manage specifically the crops. I mean, I can select that this farm is gonna focus on one crop in particular, so that's nice. But we still see a large bottleneck here. Quite a lot of stuff is still... Yeah, the border stones are being depleted. So if I would build you... Ah, come on. Play nice. build you like so. Connect you. So I'm not really sure what helps choose the marketplace to provide something. I guess we're gonna need to process supplies in order to have things. I'm really confused, to be like perfectly honest with you all. The quarry is... Do I need like a different structure for this? Stonemason, sheepstone into border stones. A stone mill, stone miners turn limestone into cement. The thing is though, I have no clue where is... I'm being attacked by bandits? Okay, so we see that there's few bandit camps over here. They have quite a large town. But then again, I have absolutely zero clue how much food production is required from my end in order to feed just the population that I do currently possess. I can build like another forager's hut. Just in here alone, it's gonna feed a lot of people. But should I be building like a vegetable farm around these parts? Just because there is some potential farmable land? Or should I look for a better location? Like, this is a great spot for agriculture. So if I ought to expand, and let's say I ought to build upwards like so, I can go a little nuts here with the vegetable farm and just like cram a big chunk of field right over here. I would prefer not to have to do this one tile at a time. Crap. You're killing it. Really killing it for me. Why does it have to work from one side and not from the other? Come on. Is this too much? Ah, it's just it's telling me that the workforce is not available. Okay. So these guys are actually doing stuff. Okay, what if I actually try to speed this up? Is this bad? It shows that it's dead. Why is it dead? Can I build a well? Do I need to have the well specifically here so that they have the time? Top bar configuration. You can adjust which information you can display on the top bar. I'm still a little bit confused. This does not really provide me with that much farmable land. Here, the crops are already growing, yet I have not even constructed the farm yet. Well, can't you guys, like, deal with the enemy? How do I engage diplomacy? Okay, so here we see the boars. I would really appreciate, like, having speed of ×2, not going straight to ×5. Seems a little strange. I honestly don't know what to think. Am I doing well? Am I doing wrong? The information is I have really mixed feelings. Because I'm not sure what opinion to form out of what I'm giving. It's just like, here's something and work it out. I feel like maybe relocating this whole farm nonsense over here because there's just so much arable land. Because if I ought to repeat this process, I will just get all of this so that I can decommission all of this. Because this just does not look pretty. I just want these crops to be collected, I guess. Question is, what decides what's gonna actually be planted at what point? Okay, that's it. We're giving you guys a well. Because you are really starting to annoy me with this stuff. Like, why is there so much dead stuff? Okay, I just saw you plant these things, so I don't care. This thing is dead, so I don't care. Yield poor. This has withered. So obviously I'm not doing a good job. The well should be constructed, so you should be able to do whatever. Let's try to focus your attention here deeper in the woods, because like all this greenery has been almost completely annihilated. I'm really not sure if I'm doing good or bad. Usually games give you like some sort of feedback or you just know from something, but I honestly have zero clue. And right now, like, everything feels like it belongs to the crop farm instead of the vegetable farm. So is it like first come first serves, or why is this so chaotic? Like, I just want to have like a dedicated field for or something. Like, do I need to actually specifically dedicate that this is this, this is this, and this is that? So I can go like, I want to have these 5 tiles dedicated to pumpkins. Then I want to have these one dedicated to cabbage. And then I want to have these dedicated to wheat. I cannot even select this one. Wheat. Then we can have 5 dedicated to corn. And like the last 5 dedicated to flax. I need to see if this thing will actually work, or if I'm just clicking like a total dumbass for no apparent reason. Right now, it's like ignoring everything I just said, so... And over here, I would put in like a mix of cabbage and pumpkin. I'm not sure if it's gonna work. I'm not sure if I'm doing well because lots of these things seem to wither. I don't understand how the harvesting works. If I need more things. Are they bringing this stuff anywhere? Like the vegetables are here. There's the raspberries and mushrooms, so... I have honestly zero idea. This is not good because there should be some sort of like feedback that like, hey dumbass, you're not doing it well enough, or I don't know. I'm gonna decommission this. I'm gonna decommission this. That way I have this space for we can put down a stonemason. And the thing is, I have no clue where limestone is. Okay, so there is limestone. It's not as much. Build more quarries. I would love to build a quarry over here. Actually, 2 quarries seem to fit in here perfectly. But there's also the iron ore and the other ores. A copper hut. A coal hut. And silver is nowhere to be found, but iron is here. Now just to build out the road somehow. Not the prettiest road. There's lots of stuff in the way. I'm trying to see if I can build it in some sort of better fashion. I could have sworn I saw something like a warehouse. But now I'm just not sure. This one requires cement and wooden cogwheels, which I bet my sweet Tushy I'm not yet producing. I do have woodcutting camp now. This is explorers. You are just planting it in a really weird way, man. Because you're occupying this space and it's like the forest has been cleared out here and moved down into the city. Okay, I think actually what I've selected is working. It's just that I don't know if the people that I have here are enough to maintain the workload. How do I build up like a garrison up here? A guild hall. Two coal, copper, iron bar, hardwood board. I had some hardwood board. These guys are now gathering the raw ingredients. Why are there so many construction site carriers all of a sudden? Smelting works. I guess get it done. So they just stand where they were last seen? A mint? A tailor shop? The weave shop would definitely fit in here. Well, it's quite far from like the flax deposits and everything. Wait, this is a stonemason. Okay. I am really confused. Because I'm not sure if I'm providing food, not providing food. If they're happy, fed, or what the hell is going on? A tailor shop. Leather. I don't know if I'm getting enough leather out of the Hunter's Lodge, if I'm being honest. So we have some leather, okay. So can I then continue to push up the... No. Because this chokes off the construction of the road. Now... a weaving shop, a tailor shop. Do I need like more markets now if they will start producing clothes? Or... I really don't know. So iron bars are being produced. What did I use copper for? Just the mint? I have no clue. A storage, a warehouse. I finally found the freaking warehouse. So I can try and build one or two. A treasury, a trader's camp, a trading post. Enables your trade carriers. Residents of traders, they will go here and waiting for a new task. If I build it here in the housing district. Why is this place not expanding further? I'm not sure what to think. This is really confusing to me because even in like settlers, you get some sort of feedback. Hey, you need more food or something. Here, I just genuinely don't have a freaking clue. Oh, so I'm missing the wooden wheel cogs and Guildhall trains construction workers and craftspeople. Toolsmith. I don't know if I have the tools. Trains adventure units, equips them with armor, weapons, military academy, artisan blacksmith, armor smith, a weaponsmith, but I need silver bar as well. A wooden workshop. This one seems to produce the damn stuff, but if I would be able to somehow clear this junk out, I would be absolutely ecstatic. So if you guys would be so kind as to clear this wood out. So with the warehouses, it seems like we're able to accommodate a whole lot more supplies here. But I'm still kind of bottlenecked. I can expand the farming here, but I don't want to push out too far or too close to those knuckleheads. So this should be like a good spot. Coal, copper, and silver bar. I don't have that. I don't know if the copper coins just require the raw copper. Try to build the mint, see what the hell is gonna happen. Okay, these trees have been cleared out. So technically speaking, the wood workshop and the toolsmith should be able to be accommodated over here. This is still bottlenecked AF. And I still think that the ship is used as some sort of storage capacity. I don't know. And at least I know that they've cleared out that location. The forester is assigned to build or to place trees there. What will you do with the mint? How do I get some feedback? I don't know what you think. Why is this so positively reviewed? Balance of homes, -12. Okay, so I need more housing. It's like first actual feedback. So this will fix it because it gives me +20. Hungry miners coming soon. Trade carriers. Guards, soldiers. We don't have any cement. No silver. Why is cloth, leather in the same section? Natural production. Deer meat, we have 0 rabbits. We have a lot of porcini and raspberries, so yay. I guess they're just gonna produce whatever? How do I specifically say that, hey, I need the wooden cogwheel? Do I need to, like, specifically in some instances just mark what I'm asking for? And how do I know chisel. Wires, I don't know, I can try to like make all of these in 4, but will I get like an actual feedback? Like the okay, so the backpacks have been constructed. It would be nice if I see the actual breakdown of what they need for this, because the problem here is I'm not sure what to do with that padded armor stuff. A stone mill. I feel like the forester is just messing with me for some reason. I'm really confused. Do I just build up these things and like that's it? Still build stone mason, build wood cutting huts. So I need a few more. Okay. So that's the wood cutting huts. A stone mason number 2. A well. But I'm not sure where I need another well. But okay. Guild hall, produce light armor. Some of these things have been already done, but I have no clue who specifically will take these tools to use them for whatever. I'm really confused. If they would chop down this damn tree, I would have like room for another production structure. Build Adventurers Guild. Like I can cram it over here, but that stupid tree is in the way. You go clear it out. Provisioner is making bread, firewood, and boar meat. So all of these things are automatically enabled. Adventurers Guild. They're seriously trying to tell me it won't fit in there. That's what she said. Okay. I unfortunately don't see fish. Unless I would be able to tap into it through here. Okay, this seems to work. Oh, come on. Why not? Why? Oh my god, the well? Okay, let's try this, I guess. It looks awful, but it is what it is. Not everything can have right angle. I feel like you're just messing with me and just planting everything in the radius here. So I'm just gonna set up these knuckleheads to chop down trees in this area. I still don't see the... Oh, that's because the wooden cogwheels aren't done. I need the fishing rod as well. Oh my god. Do I have the structure which produces rope? The weaver. Yes, we do. I have no clue what's gonna happen with these, so... Again, housing is absent. What? Your units... Okay, so how do I prevent these knuckleheads from doing this stuff? Like, there's literally guard tower here. Why is my stuff being stolen? Trying to look for the place where the cement is to be produced. The stone mill. So if I'll be catching fish now, which I have no clue how I can affect the population of this, that means I will get the additional provisions possible to be made. I don't know. I'm really confused. This and the guild hall. Military academy. How do I form like diplomatic relationship with someone? Deliver goods where? Supply expedition camp. Expedition camp? Am I blind? Craft tools, but I've already assigned tools to be crafted. Train construction units. I need to expand the housing. I'm just so confused by this. This is incredible. How does this game have such a positive reviews? I don't get it. I mean, it's pretty to look at. It functions. But holy crap, there's... I'm confused beyond everything and anything. Like, this one provisioner is able to somehow sustain everyone? Or do I need more provisioners? Because I have so many raspberries and porcinis? Is it, like, necessary for... No, like, these things are not even processed for provisions. They are just, like, given to these little marketplaces. And... if I take a look at this, like, they have a crap ton of, like, small storage units all over the place. But it's so chaotic, I'm just not sure what the hell to make out of it. Well, my first impression is that I'm confused. There's too much info being shown. The game loop is kind of boring because even with the enemy, it's just... so what, if these bandit camps wouldn't be here, I wouldn't be able to go further? What if I just go out and build the exploration camp as far as I can in that general direction? Like, I just take the road and off I go on this crazy trip here. And here I put down the explorer's hut. And I can put down also guard post. Because apparently I now control all of this. I really am confused as hell when it comes to the ranger. So do I need like torches? And what happens with the tools which I have produced? Do they get depleted? How do I understand the redistribution of wealth? I'm not a communist party, but like, how do I know which camp takes these things? Is it showing somewhere? No. So how am I to understand this distribution of tools and weapons? Digger, builder, a trade carrier, a construction site carrier, a bronze sword, a wooden shield, iron sword, chainmail, iron shield. I don't think we have like a blacksmith, do we? So weaponsmith, but it requires silver. Problem is, I have no clue how to identify silver deposits. Do I just have to like take this and just, woo, silver, show it to me? This is like one silver ore deposit that I see here. I don't know. The issue is I also don't see some other space where I can build like more housing or something. So the overall general population can be turned into any sort of unit, or... And the soldiers, do I somehow command them? Because I'm supposed to have some of them, but I'm really confused. So the guard tower is just gonna keep on pushing the control of the territory all the way to Narnia, and yeah, honestly, I think I will refund this. So yeah, my first impressions are that this game does look pretty, it does run beautiful, but it doesn't really give you real feedback. There's too much crap on the screen, and overall it's missing some sort of cohesiveness, because at this point I'm not getting any sort of feedback. I don't know if I'm feeding them enough. I don't know if I'm producing enough. I mean, these structures should theoretically not be able to function at this rate, because, well, I mean, come on. This is just so weird. So, yeah, I think that'll be it for this one. And hopefully I'll see you all at the... well, probably not the next one, but maybe I'll return to this title after some time, but sure am confused. That's what I'll be able to tell you right now. Maybe someone in the comment section can let me know what the hell is going on, because I have no clue. So check out the channel in the meantime for other content. Man, settlers do it at least in a way where you know that if you produce certain amount of food, you can feed certain amount of people. I have apparently 500 people, but